Hey everybody, in this video we're going to be doing a quick overview of the Shine On dashboard. So after you've created a Shine On account, you'll come into a screen that looks something like this. Your screen may look a little bit differently. I know we're actively working to update the interface of shineon.com. However, most of the same menu options and things like that should be there. The first thing I want you to do, and this is very important if you just created this account, is go down to Settings in the bottom left-hand corner and make sure you complete the to-do list, which is going to include joining the Facebook community, adding pixels, adding your payment methods, your payout method, which is very important if you want to get paid, setting up your notifications, creating your first products, and making your first sale. This simply walks you through on a it gives you a checklist, right, to make sure that you have everything set up in the dashboard correctly so that when you do make a sale, you can get paid. Now let's go back to the dashboard real quick. One important thing I want you to know about the dashboard is this Add New button up here in the top right so that you can add a product. You're going to be spending a lot of time clicking this button and adding new products. So we're going to go there first. So if you click Add New and then go to Product, you're going to see our current product catalog available for the platform. So some of the items that you see on my screen may not be there when you go through this process because we're constantly adding new items and phasing out old ones that aren't selling as well. So you can see at the time of this video, we just released Love Knot probably a week ago. It sold faster than any other product has right after release. So we're doing something right over here. Then you have Sweetest Hearts necklace. This necklace is a hand stamped necklace with personalized engraving upsell, so that's pretty cool. There's stethoscope, alluring beauty. You'll notice that most of these are message card jewelry. This is a jewelry box with a little message card in the background with the jewelry piece laying on top of it. Very, very, very popular right now. You see a two-sided stick engraving, which has been really popular. We have this birthstone necklace on the right-hand side of the screen where you can customize it with a gemstone. That one's been very popular. And then also, we have these buyer upload dog tags where buyers can actually upload photos on the pendants. We have the heart pendant. We have a circular pendant. Those two are good sellers all year long. Then we have the cross. We have some bangle options. My very first winning product, believe it or not, was a bangle. Nobody focuses on bangles, and I did. Again, this part of this business is zigging when everyone else is zagging. And that completes the product lineup currently. By the time you watch this, I'm sure there will be more products and they'll probably all look differently. But you're going to get very used to going up here, clicking Add New, doing a new product, especially if you follow everything I lay out in this course. Okay, let's go back to our dashboard real quick. You're going to see we put new notices and news items and things like that in the dashboard. Again, this may look a little different when you come to it, but most of the high-level items should be the same. I'm going to go to products now. And then you have two options inside the products menu. You have all products and top sellers. So if you go to all products, you can see all the products you've ever created. You can see that underneath your product title, if you click on the title, it'll take you to the admin page for the product. If you click the eyeball, that takes you to the link for the product. I've got probably hundreds of products in my dashboard at this point. Then if you click top sellers, it'll show you all your top selling products and you can break it out by day, yesterday, all time, last 24 hours, that kind of thing. If you go to the product catalog, this is essentially what Add New takes you to as well, and you can see the product catalog again. Customers is an interesting one. Most people overlook this, but this is where you can get all your customer email addresses. So if you actually want to do email marketing to people that have bought from you, you can download all their email addresses, put them into a MailChimp or Klaviyo or something like that, and you can actually send them emails yourself to try to generate sales. On the discount screen, so one of the features of the platform is that you can actually add a discount to the product page in an attempt to increase your conversion rate. And these are all the various discounts we currently have available. They're for varying things, so you can do all kinds of stuff. There's $15 off, $10 off, $5 off, 20% off, 15% off, and so on and so forth. And you're going to want to keep your eye on this because these discount codes will change from time to time. We've found that customers will sometimes grab one of these and they'll show up on a coupon site somewhere, at which point we'll phase out that discount and bring in a new one. Then in the inventory screen, if we're having any inventory shortages or anything like that, we try to give you a heads up here on the screen so there are no surprises on the platform. You know, we don't want to run out of a product while you're trying to scale it or something like that. So you can see here on the compass, we have that it's currently in short supply. on the yellow gold, and the white gold is currently on back order. Our keychain currently is out of stock. And anyway, you can spend some time in here. I'm sure the statuses of all these will be different. Then we go to profits. This is probably another screen you're going to be spending a lot of time on, and you're going to be able to see what your current available balance is and what's pending, and you can request a payout here. This is just one of my Shine On accounts, and I have it set up a little bit differently because now I'm part of the company. That's why I have such a large available balance, but I've only withdrawn a small amount of it. And then finally, you have sales tools. I do recommend you spend some time looking at these too. Here you can find global discount codes. You can find a quick start guide for the platform, some information about the message cards. You can also find pre-designed message cards if you want to get into that. You can see all of our product costs. I'm going to go into that in a second. Some of Shine On's cultural values. We have some video content for you for marketing purposes. And then we have all of our PSD mockups. We're constantly adding to this, so I highly recommend you check in on it frequently. I'm going to go over the pricing real quick. Here's where you can try to calculate kind of your cost of goods versus what you want to sell a product at. You can see like our circle pendant necklace, the stainless steel is $11.77, but you can sell it for upwards of $50. So you have 5 times markup on that. If you sell the gold, you can probably hit $59 and so on and so forth. You can come here and spend some time in here. The prices are also listed. If you go to add new and then product, the prices are also listed in here as well. So when you go to create one of these, I'll click it. Just adding a dummy photo here. Look at that. I'd buy this. Would you buy a product with my picture on it? Here you go. Here's your base cost here when you're creating a product as well. So you can find it in multiple places. I'll get into creating a product in another video. All right, and then finally you have links to the Facebook page, and then there's an FAQ that we've built as well. So that's going to wrap up our brief tour of the Shine On dashboard. I hope you found this video helpful, and we'll see you in the next one. Hey, what's up everybody? I wanted to make a quick video to talk about your URL handle after you create your platform account. So once you register, you're going to be taken to a page that looks like this. This is your dashboard. You should be intimately familiar with this space. I want you to click settings. It's in the very bottom left and it's right above the log out button. Click settings. That's going to take you to your settings page. You're going to have a little to-do list up here at the top. Make sure you run through the to-do list and complete everything on there. Scroll down to where it says products. So products here on the left, you're going to notice right here you have a product handle prefix. So what is this? Well, in front of all your product URLs, you're going to have a little prefix that's going to make your URL unique from other sellers. So for example, if somebody named their product Love, for example, their URL handle might be shineon.com/love. Well, now that URL handle would be taken, and if you wanted to make a product called Love, you wouldn't be able to do it because Love's already taken. So we'd have to add like a goofy number or something like that to the end of the URL. Well, we don't want to do that. Or, you know, for example, we'd have to just tell you it's blocked and then you'd have to do something silly with it. Well, we don't want a ton of competition for these really nice premium URLs on the platform. So what we've done is we've allowed you to put a prefix on the front end of all your URLs so that all of yours will be unique. Whatever you put in right here, this will be the prefix for all your URLs. Notice it's going to default to the name that you use to register. I'm sorry, it'd be your email, I believe, that you use to register on the platform. I suggest you change that to something different. So for example, maybe heck, just for example's sake, we could change it to Love, for example, and just leave it there. And then what's going to happen is all your URLs that you create on the store, it's going to be shineon.com/ I believe it'll be products, and then it'll be love hyphen, and then whatever your product name is. Like, so it could be your To My Daughter Once in a Lifetime. So once in a lifetime is what you might call that particular product. And this then will be your URL. And every product you create will have love kind of prefixed at the front of the URL. So that is what this field here is all about. I recommend making this short. it probably needs to be less than 5 characters. That's because you really want to make sure that your URLs are nice and clean and they don't take up a ton of space inside of your ad. So I'd try to make sure that this is definitely less than 5 characters. That way you have really clean looking URLs. All right, hope this video was helpful. We'll see you in the next one. Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, I want to talk a little bit about where you add your pixels inside your settings on the platform account. So the first thing I want you to do is log in to the ShineOn platform. Then I want you to click settings in the bottom left. It's right above the logout button. So down here on the left, you'll see settings. Click that. Now it's going to take you to the settings for your platform account. Scroll down to where you see analytics. Okay, right here. Then over on the right, you're going to see 2 fields. You're going to see one for Facebook pixel and one for your Google Analytics account ID. This is where you're going to add your global pixels. Now, what is a global pixel? These are going to be pixels that are applied to all of the new products that you create, unless you specify in the product admin a specific pixel. So let's talk about this for a minute. When you go to create a new product, you're going to have the ability to specify a pixel ID on that specific product. That pixel ID will override whatever is in your global setting here. So if you have niche specific pixels, you can put your niche specific pixel IDs on each product in the product page admin. I'll show you how to do that in a later video. But just know that's going to override any global properties that you set here. These, so long as you don't do that, these will apply to every product that you create from the time you add the pixel. So if you create 3 to 5 products, for example, and then you come in and add pixels to these fields here, they're not going to retroactively apply to those 3 to 5 products you had already created. They're only going to start applying to new products, and they'll apply to every product you create so long as you don't override it inside the product admin. So these are global pixels. They'll apply to every product you create. If you stay inside a single niche and you don't experiment with other niches, these are great fields to have because you're not going to have to add the pixel to every single product. That's very monotonous. However, if you bounce around and do a bunch of different niches, then the global settings start to lose their value a little bit because you're going to be adding specific pixels, niche pixels, to every new product that you create. However, if you want to use the global fields, this is where you find them. Okay, I hope you found this video helpful. We'll see you in the next one. Hey everybody, what's up? In this video, we're going to be talking about niches and avatars. So in the jewelry space, the biggest niche really is the family niche. Now, the family niche is a little bit tricky because literally everyone belongs to a family. And you're probably wondering, well, how do I target a family anyway? Because it seems super broad on Facebook. We're going to make that really easy for you. First, when you're thinking about family and you're trying to choose your niche, you need to think about the relationships that exist within a family. So you have daughters, granddaughters, wives, future wives, and that includes fiancés and girlfriends. You have friends, and then you also have the memorial and remembrance niche, like the ones where somebody has lost a loved one. We can sell jewelry to them as well. But that's not all. There are some untapped niches as well that haven't really been capitalized on yet. One of those is the step family or extended family niche. This one's really big, and no one is serving them right now. If you can serve them really well with the right piece of jewelry, you will basically own that market. Then you also have the godfather, godmother, godson. You have that niche as well that's really powerful. The friendship niche is another one where it's overlooked a lot of times, but a lot of money can be made in the friendship niche as well. Now, when it comes to how do you target these niches, you always need to be thinking about the reverse targeting on it. Who is the actual buyer of the gift? So if you're creating a piece of jewelry that's for a daughter, then you probably need to target the mom or the dad. If you're creating a piece of jewelry that's for a granddaughter, then you need to target the grandmother and the grandfather because that's who the buyers are in these situations. If you're creating a piece of jewelry that's 2 wives, then you need to target husbands. And we'll go over the specifics of how to target all of these folks in the Facebook ad section. But right now, I just want you to know you target the buyer of the gift and not the receiver of the gift. All right, I hope you found this video helpful. We'll see you in the next one. Hey everybody, in this video, we're going to be talking about Facebook setup so that you can successfully run your ads later. So the first thing I want to do is cover some of the basics here. I want to talk a little bit about Business Manager and what it is, and then also niche Facebook pages. So first, let's get into Business Manager. So Business Manager, especially if you're completely new to running ads, is a little bit strange. But here's how you can think of it to make it a lot simpler. So first of all, you have your Facebook profile. This is what you log into every single day, and when you make posts about your family or whatever, you're doing all of that from your Facebook profile. Each Facebook profile is allowed to open 2 business managers, right? Now, each business manager, you can think of it like a container for all of your ad accounts. And then you run ads from the ad accounts. That's kind of how that works. So you have your Facebook profile at the top, then you have business managers, and then under business managers, you have your ad accounts. You're allowed to open 2 of those per Facebook profile. Technically, Facebook wants you to have 1 business profile per business. I typically recommend that people set up their business profiles as ad agencies or marketing profiles. I think it looks a little bit more real to Facebook, especially if you get in there and you start opening ad accounts for different niches and Facebook pages and things like that. If Facebook can see that, oh, this is a marketing company, it'll make a lot more sense for them. You can also, though, open it as like a design company, is some type of, I have a friend that opened a company that was like a creations company. Like, I don't want to give away the name, but he used a name that was similar to like Mountain Creations, for example, something like that, where it's like the company name will fit with your intent of the business manager. This is important because we know Facebook is really tightening down on all of this stuff. They're trying to quality check everything from top to bottom. So you really want to make sure that all of this looks legit in their eyes, especially if one of them ever goes crawling through your account. So big takeaway, your Facebook profile is where you're posting funny pictures and talking to your family and all that kind of stuff. Each Facebook profile is allowed to have 2 business manager accounts. And then under each business manager is where you run all of your ad accounts. Now let's talk a little bit about niche Facebook pages. First of all, a niche Facebook page is just a Facebook page. I call them niche Facebook pages because that's the intended purpose when you're running ads from them for jewelry. So here's how the Facebook pages kind of fit into this picture. So you have your Facebook profile on the left, then you have business managers. You can open 2 per profile. I already covered that. Well, when you create a Facebook page, you can assign that to a business manager. So if you created your business manager, Mountain Creations, for example, you can then create Facebook pages from your personal profile, like a page that's like, for example, to my daughter, to my wife, to my future wife, something like that. You can assign those pages to your business managers, and then any ad account associated to the business manager can then run ads from that page. So for example, let's pretend that you have this to my daughter page. You assign the page to business manager number 1, and then you have 3 ad accounts hanging off of business manager number 1. All of those ad accounts, when you go to create your ad, you'll be able to select the to my daughter page to run your ad from. It's really simple, but it's confusing when you don't have it broken down like this in like a schematic. So I hope that simplifies things. We're going to talk about how to create all of this in future steps. Right now, we're just trying to lay the groundwork, and I want to make sure you understand up here before we go start taking action. All right, I hope this video was helpful. We'll see you in the next one. Hey everybody, what's up? In this video, we're going to be talking about how to create your first business manager. Now, a few important things. One, I just want to reiterate, you want 1 ad account per niche inside of your business manager. Secondly, you need to treat your business manager as your most valuable asset. In a way, it really is. This is where you're going to be running your business, and I guarantee if you're in the e-commerce space, the vast majority of your business will likely come from Facebook. So it's an extremely valuable asset. That said, make sure you're following Facebook's terms of service. Facebook has rules and ad policies for when you're running ads on their platform. You need to make sure that you review those and stay up to date on them so that you don't unintentionally violate one of their policies. When you do, they can reject your ads, they can shut down your ad accounts, they can shut down your business manager, they can even restrict your entire profile from ever marketing on Facebook again. And trust me, you do not want that to happen. Now let's talk about how you can create your first business manager. So I want you to go to the link you see on the screen, business.facebook.com/create. Okay, and now that you're here, you need to go to create account in the top right-hand corner. It's going to ask you some very basic questions that you're going to need to fill out about your business, and you're going to be off to the races. Hope this video is helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Hey everybody, in this video, we're going to be talking about how you can create your niched Facebook pages. So first of all, this is where you're going to be running your ads from. So when you see an ad in a news feed, if you look in the top left corner, you're going to see a little profile or a page icon and then a page name. These are the pages that you're going to present your ads from, just like that. You'll want to drive at least 1,000 likes to your pages before running any ads because it lowers CPMs. And we'll get into how you can do that later on in the course. Also, there's a way that we can actually automate content on the Facebook page itself using some pretty cool tools that I found along the way and learned from other marketers. We'll get into all of that as well a little bit later. For now, let's just focus on creating your niched Facebook page. So by now you should have chosen a niche like daughter or wife or something like that. And now you want to create your page. To do that, you need to navigate to your Facebook profile. Once you're inside of Facebook, up at the very top right, you're going to see a plus icon. You're going to want to click that icon and go to page. Now it's going to take you to a new page that looks something like this. Here in the top left-hand corner, you're going to write the name of your page. So it could be to my daughter. It could be I love my daughter, or something like my daughter is my world, or something that's related to your niche. This is important because you want people, when they see your ad in the feed, you want them to be able to relate to the name. Keep in mind, the name really is going to become part of the ad in a way, because it's always going to be in the top left when your ads present. For category, I always choose brand. And then for description, you can just write something short and sweet. It doesn't have to be real complicated. And then you go to create page. Now, you're probably going to need a profile icon and a cover image for your page. I like to make this very, very simple. So all I do is head over to Google Images and I'll type in a keyword like family clip art, something like that. And I will literally grab one of these images and add it as my cover art. Also, make sure you go to Tools, and then for usage rights, choose Commercial and other licenses. And you're going to notice that a lot of these will say that they're royalty free, kind of just right in the name. You may also need to look on the website, but do make sure you're using an image that you're allowed to use on Facebook for such a purpose. I'll usually just use one of these for my cover art. And I'll also use something very similar for the profile icon. I keep this dirt simple. I don't invest a ton of time into these niche Facebook pages. I do try to make sure that the images are on point for the niche, but really that's about as far as I go. You can also find images on places like unsplash.com, pexels.com, pixabay.com. There are a lot of clip art sites out there. There's a ton of royalty-free image sites out there. Just Google around, search, try to find something that fits your niche, put it as your Facebook cover art and your profile. And that's it. I hope you found this video helpful. We'll see you in the next one. Hey everybody, in this video, I'm going to show you how to automate the content on your Facebook page. The reason this is important is because as you start to drive likes to your page, you want to make sure your page looks like it has content, and this will also give your users something to engage with. And trust me, people are going to be liking, commenting on your post, sharing it, and things like that, as long as your content stays relevant to the niche you've chosen. So for example, in this case, we've talked about the daughter niche. I'm going to set this up and show you how to make sure your page has a never-ending stream of daughter content. So here's how we're going to do it. First, the tool we use is called fptraffic.com. fptraffic.com. I picked this tool up in another course. I believe it was by Will Hamerl. He kind of showed me how to use it. fptraffic.com. So I want you to come here and you're going to need to log in with Facebook at the top right. This is a paid tool, by the way. I think it's $10 a month, and we'll put an affiliate link in the description below if you'd like to go through our affiliate link. Okay. So click log into Facebook top right. It's going to be $10 a month. You may have to sign up for an account. Once you're inside, this is kind of what it's going to look like. It's going to show you some snapshots of your pages and some things like that. What you're probably going to want to do, especially if you're new, you're going to want to add a new profile. So you can click profiles right here in the top left, and then this orange add a profile button. Click that button, and then you're going to want to add a Facebook page. Find your page, get it added to FP Traffic. The next thing you want to do is create a content schedule. So over on the left, go to your menu here, and you're going to choose schedules and select your page from the drop down, and then click select profile, And then what you're going to want to do is set up a time for which it's going to automatically post all your content. So I recommend, especially when you're getting your page started, try to do it 2 or 3 times a day. The more, the better. Facebook likes lots of content. Then over time, you can back that off to once a day. So make sure you set up your schedule here and select your times and all that kind of stuff. After you have a schedule created, now we need to add content. So go back to the menu on the left, and we're going to go to Upload Content. Select your profile again, and it's going to say drag files here to upload. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag a bunch of images into this box and upload them all at once. So you're probably wondering, well, where do we get those images to post? Great question. I'm going to answer that right now. So you're going to need to head over to Pinterest and search and put your niche and then quotes. So we'll put daughter quotes. All right, boom, I've got a ton of content now for my Facebook page. See how easy that was? This is literally exactly what we're gonna put on our Facebook page. So all you need to do is super simple. Just pop these open in a bunch of new tabs. Anything that's like meme related that people can engage with or might wanna share on their own page, pop them open in the new tabs, then right click, save image as, put all those into one folder, right? Have a folder, maybe even put it today's date. So it's like October 8th, 2020 is the current date. Drop all those images into one big folder, right? Till you get like 50 or 60 images, something like that. Just keep going through here, right click, save as, pop them into your own folder, and just keep doing that over and over again until you have one folder with 50 or 60 images. Then all you got to do is go back to FP Traffic, grab all of your images and just drag them right into FP Traffic. So here, let me show you a quick example. Okay, so let me create a new folder. Just call it daughter. All right, there's 1. There's 2. That's not, that was not a meme. It went by really quick, but that was not a meme. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, bam. Now I've got my images. I'm gonna go back to FP Traffic. Now I'm gonna pull up that folder. I'm gonna drag everything into it. Okay, now I've got my folder over here on the right. I'm going to grab all of them, and then I'm just gonna drag them in here. And then boom, it's automatically going to upload all those images for me. Now what's cool is over here on the left, I can go to my content library. I can choose the profile. So I'll choose my daughter profile here. I go to get posts. Okay guys, it looked like they moved the feature I was actually trying to take us to. So what you need to do to go see the content you just uploaded, go to profiles. And then what you're going to want to do is choose your profile that you had just created. So I'm going to choose the daughter one, and then boom, here are all the posts that I just uploaded for daughter. And what you can do here, it's pretty cool. You can shuffle these, like if you don't like the order that they're in. And then there's also this recycle button. So if you have a year's worth of content that you've uploaded and you're just sick of going to Pinterest and doing that, you can hit recycle and boom, it'll bring back a bunch from the dead, so that you can upload them. So this is a really neat tool. It allows you to automate all your page content so you don't have to do it every single day. It'll keep your page good and engaged, and I highly recommend everybody use it. For 10 bucks a month, I feel like this one really is a no-brainer. All right, everybody. Hope you found this video helpful. I'll see you in the next one. All right, everybody. In this video, I want to give a very brief kind of overview of what Ads Manager looks like. Now, this is not going to be an exhaustive tour, okay? This is not to bring you from beginner to expert level inside of Ads Manager. I'm trying to teach you enough to be dangerous, okay? And to get your initial results. I'm sure I'll add more to this course, and you know, there's always YouTube and other places where you can go and get really advanced kind of tactics. And again, I'm going to try to build on this course later, but right now, I'm trying to teach you as though you've never made your first sale. So I'm trying to start there, and I'm trying to build up your knowledge base, and I can't jump straight into the black belt kicks and chops, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so once you're inside of Ads Manager, this is probably what it's going to look like if you've never run any ads before. You're going to be in an ad account. That's this drop down right here in the top left. And then inside of the actual ads manager, it's going to be empty because you've not run any campaigns. That's okay. We're going to help you do that. In fact, if you've run your like campaigns, I suppose you should see your like campaigns here. So up in the top left, you've got, it says campaigns here. That's the page that you're on. That is not actually denoting what this drop-down menu is for. You're on the campaigns layer. You can also see that here. If you look, you've got these 3 tabs. They're almost like folders. The first one is campaigns. This will show you all your campaigns. And then ad sets will show you all the ad sets that belong to your campaigns. And then ads will show you all the ads that belong to your ad sets that belong to your campaigns. Another thing you can do is if you have a list of campaigns here, you can actually check the campaign. Just click a little checkbox and it'll just select that campaign. And then when you go to ad sets or ads, it'll only show you the ad sets and ads for the campaign that you've selected. So it kind of helps with the navigation inside of Ads Manager. Another thing, top right, you've got this little drop down here. This allows you to choose a date range. So after you've been running ads for some time, and if you're wanting to check performance on a certain day or a certain week or just today or for the lifetime, whatever it is, you can click this little calendar option here, and you can choose your date range, and it'll then filter down all the data for you based on your selection. You also have your column options right here. So if you click this little drop down, you have the ability to build your own columns, use some of the preset ones that Facebook already has. I'm going to create another video on how to set up your columns the way that I do to read and analyze my data. But for now, just know that that is there. You can also do click breakdown here, and you can break down the data coming back through Ads Manager in a few different ways. So what I like to do is after I have maybe 100 purchases on a campaign, I'll come to breakdown and I like to choose by delivery, and then I'll look at the breakdown by age, and it'll actually show you which age groups purchased more than other age groups. You can also see by device who's purchasing more, what times of day are doing well for you. I like to do this when I do a thing called day parting, which is where you turn your ads on and off based on the peak buying times throughout the day. So this breakdown kind of drop down gives you a lot of options like that, so you can do further analysis into your ads. So another thing you should know about is up here in the top left. We've got business tools. So this is this menu. It's like 9 little dots. It may look a little different inside of your ads manager depending on which release you have. Facebook's constantly pushing updates to this stuff. It's a little tough to stay on top of. But if you click these menu options here, this is going to give you a big menu with all kinds of stuff, and it's going to be very easy to get completely lost in here. I spend 95% of my time inside Ads Manager, which is where we're at right now. And if you get lost, you can just click this little menu here, and you can come scrolling through here until you find Ads Manager. It'll be under the Advertise section. At any rate, I'm going to walk through these real quick. I'm not going to click into each one of them. I'm worried about information overload at this point. But I am going to tell you which ones you kind of need to know about and have in your pocket, and maybe spend some time exploring on your own. So Events Manager, this is where you can go and you can set up your pixel, right? If you don't have a pixel, you can create a pixel from Events Manager. We can get into that later. Business settings is where you can go. You can upload information about your business. You can set up permissions, like if you want to add somebody to your business to help you manage it and things like that. Account quality, this one is going to get really important as time moves forward. This is going to show you basically your reputation and your standing with Facebook, and you want to keep your account quality high. They're also going to be moving the page feedback scores into account quality at some point. So your page feedback score, after somebody purchases from you, Facebook gives them a little survey, says, hey, do you like the product? How was shipping? All that stuff. They're going to be able to score your business, and Facebook will kind of keep an average score for your entire business. And if it drops below 2, you can't advertise anymore. Thankfully, you're going to be marketing with ShineOn, and we do our best to make sure we keep your page scores really high. Most of our stores are 4 or above out of 5 possible points. Okay. Billing is another one you probably need to know about if you need to change your credit card or set up PayPal or set maximum spending limits, things like that. Events Manager, talked about that one. Media library, like you can go and see all the ads you've ever uploaded, all the ad images and things like that, and you can save those if you ever lose them. I really like Audience Insights, which is down here under the Analyze and Report tab. With Audience Insights, you can go in there, plug in some interests and some demographics, and you can actually see how many people are in there, and like it'll also tell you the age groups of people that like certain things, and it can kind of help you with your targeting. Maybe I'll have a video on that here in the course a little bit later. And the other one I like is Page Posts. So if you click page post here, it'll take you to a page where it shows you all the posts for your page, but you also have the ability to create what's called a dark post, which is a post that you only use in an ad. How do I put this? It's like, it's not an ad where it's got like a shop now button. It actually looks like a post, but you can create one that you only use in an ad. So it never goes to your actual Facebook page. So you do that here with page posts. And again, this is some more advanced stuff, right? I'll probably get into it eventually and I'll add some videos to the course. But for now, my primary goal, I want to get you on your feet. I want to get you selling your product. And I want to get you the system that you can use to reach those really big numbers. You don't need all that other stuff to hit the great big numbers. You don't, right? All that stuff is great. Good to have in your pocket. It can definitely give you a little bit of an edge, but it's not a requirement to hit the huge, huge numbers. Right now, I want to get your feet underneath you. I want to get your head on straight. I want to get you some experience running some ads, and then we'll get into this more advanced stuff later. Okay, hope this brief kind of overview of Ads Manager was helpful. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, I wanted to show you how you can create your Pixel ID. Now, first, when you log in to Facebook, on the business side of things, it may not look exactly like this. To get where I'm at now, you want to navigate to Ads Manager. So just go to the very top left, hit your menu, whatever it looks like, and then click Ads Manager. Now, the reason I say whatever it looks like is because Facebook is constantly like rolling out new UI changes to this, and yours may not look exactly like mine, but just know I'm currently in Ads Manager. So log into the business side of Facebook, business.facebook.com, log into your account, up in the top left, hit your menu, go to Ads Manager. It'll look like this. Now, this is a brand new ad account, so there are no ads in it. That's why the middle of this page here is stark, it's barren, it's empty, there's no data or anything like that. Yours will probably look similar if your ad account is brand new. Now, we need to create a Facebook pixel. How do we do that? It's actually very simple. So up in the very top left, hit your little menu and you need to go to Events Manager. Now I have it in my shortcuts because I go there quite frequently. If you don't see it right here, you can scroll down this list and you'll see Events Manager in the list. Here it is. Underneath Manage Business, we have Events Manager. I'm going to click that. That's going to load me into a new page. Now forgive me, I'm probably going to have to edit this quite a bit. It may be a little blurry what you're seeing on your screen here, but just bear with me. So I have multiple ad accounts. So the first thing I need to do is click the appropriate ad account up here in the top right. Okay. All right. So now we're inside of the Events Manager for your ad account. Yours will look differently than mine because I already have a pixel assigned to my particular ad account. If you want to create a new pixel, what you're going to do is click the green button over here on the left where it says Connect Data Sources. You're going to choose Web and then Get Started. It's going to walk you through some steps and you're going to create a Facebook pixel. Now, after you've created it, it's going to want you to test your Facebook pixel. You're not going to be able to do that, and that's okay. Just get the pixel created so you can get a pixel ID, and we'll add that to the platform and it will work. Don't freak out if you can't do your testing or anything like that. Now, after you create the pixel, it may not be super obvious where your pixel ID is at. So I'm going to show you right now. My pixel is going to be blurred out. I apologize for that in advance. It's just the way it is. But you're going to find your pixel ID over here on the right where you've got these three little options. Your pixel ID is right here. And if you click that, it should copy it to your clipboard for you. And if it doesn't, you can just manually write it down or copy it. If you get stuck anywhere in this process, because it is kind of difficult for me to walk you through it given my particular setup, and things are changing all the time inside Ads Manager, what I want you to do is go to this help article. We're going to link this below, but it's called Create and Install Facebook Pixel, and this is straight from Facebook. So this will stay up to date, should stay up to date anyway, with all the UI changes that they bring about in the future. This will walk you through exactly how to create your Facebook pixel. The only thing you won't be able to do again is test the pixel after you get it created. Just because you're not going to have it on your own website or anything like that, you're going to be putting it on the platform. All you really need is your pixel ID created from your ad account. That's it. That's all you need to do. So follow these instructions and you will be good to go. All right, hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. What's up everybody? In this video, we're going to be talking about how you can drive 1,000 likes to your Facebook page. This is going to be simple, it's going to be fast, and most importantly, it's going to be dirt cheap. Now, before we get right into this, I need to throw out a little bit of a disclaimer. We're going to do a lot more inside of Facebook Ads Manager later in the course. I'm going to spend a lot of time going over targeting, like how the ads manager is laid out, the columns, all that kind of stuff. But for now, I want to help you get your initial like campaign set up so that we're not waiting on it when we get to the test phase. So you're going to have some questions about what we're doing inside of here. Don't worry, I'm going to do my best to answer all those questions here later on in the course. For the time being, just kind of sit tight, follow the steps in this video, and get your like campaigns going. Okay, let's get right into it. So the first thing you need to do, navigate to Ads Manager. You can go to business.facebook.com, log in. Up in the very top left, you're going to see a menu. Click the little menu and go to Ads Manager, okay? Once you're inside of Ads Manager, I want you to click the green Create button that's over here in the top left. The green Create button. Click that button and you're going to get a pop-up that looks something like this. Yours may be slightly different. Facebook's constantly making updates to this, and there's multiple layouts you can choose from already. There's like a guided wizard and some other things. So it's going to look similar. It may not be identical. However, everything we click and touch and feel and all that kind of stuff, you should be able to find that, whether you're in the wizard or a page that looks just like mine or something else. Okay, so now that we're here, we are going to want to run a engagement campaign, and we want page likes. After you've selected those two, let's go ahead and name our campaign. So click the down arrow next to name your campaign optional. And I just want you to name this like campaign. We're going to keep it very simple. It could be your first ad. I'm trying to be aware of that. Now that we've named that like campaign, we're going to copy the campaign name and we're going to paste it in the ad set in the ad name. Now we're going to click continue. Now you're looking at the campaign level inside of Ads Manager. And again, I'll spend more time on this later. Everything in here is looking good. I do not want campaign budget optimization for this, so I'm going to leave that off. I'm going to go to like campaign. My daily budget on this particular ad set is going to be $1. And for my start date, you can start it right away. You don't have to do anything special there. Here's where why the likes are so cheap, because we're going to choose some really cheap targeting. So when you get down to the audience section inside of ad set, you need to choose for locations, click edit, get rid of United States, and choose worldwide. And it should select the entire globe, and you'll notice your audience potential reach size will jump to like 2 billion people, something like that. Okay, so now go down to age. We're going to leave age as 18 to 65 plus. That's fine. For genders, we'll leave it at all genders. And then for detailed targeting, we're going to leave that all off. So we're going to run this completely wide open. And then for languages, we're going to choose English, all. For placements, we'll leave it as auto. And that is going to be it for your targeting. Now we're going to click down a layer. We're going to go to the ad. Okay, so now we need to select our page. So click select page. And it's going to allow you to choose from this drop-down menu now. And just choose the page you want to drive your likes to. So I'm just going to grab one of my pages. Oh, and I see it looks like they jumped us back into the ad set layer. Looks like they recently moved this option to the ad set layer here. If you notice up here in this middle menu here, I'm back now in the ad set layer. It's fine. It's no big deal. Yours may be here in the ad set layer too. So just right up here in ad set, if there's a page, select your page here. All right, so I've got all my other targeting already done. I figured that out. I'm gonna click to the ad layer, and now it's gonna want me to write some text and grab an image. So first thing we'll do, let's just spend some time on the text. This can be super simple. We're gonna use the same text for every one of the ads that we create. So I'm just gonna write something like this. Do you love your daughter? Then like our page. Super simple. It doesn't need to get any fancier than that. You can of course make it more fancy if you want. I'm just saying this will work. What's really going to drive your cost down for a like campaign are going to be the images anyway, so I don't spend tons of time on the text. Okay, so great. I'm going to show you a little trick here inside of Ads Manager for your like campaigns, and then I'm also going to give you a few other pointers about where you can go to find some images. All right, so first thing I want you to do for image is click Edit Image and then go to Change Image, and then where it says Account Images, I want you to hit that drop down arrow and then go to Stock Photos. Now that you're in Stock Photos, this is a free service that Facebook provides. They've partnered up with Shutterstock, I believe. and you can now grab images from Shutterstock. So what I want you to do is define family and lifestyle type images. They're going to fit with your niche, and I want you to plug those in. Keep in mind, this is Facebook. People want to see faces. They want to see relationships. They want to see people. So try to run stuff like that. Don't run like campaigns with your product and all that. So I'm just going to do family, and I'm just going to grab, this one looks pretty good to me. Okay, so you can see, do you love our daughter? Then like our page. Only bummer about that is there's actually no daughter in the image. So let me choose a different image real quick, this time with a little girl in it. Maybe that one. Beautiful. It's a father holding up a little girl. Okay, perfect. So this is good. I'm happy with this. I'm going to be done with this ad, okay? And here's where this strategy pays off. So now I'm just going to duplicate the ad again. I'm going to do this 5 times total, and each ad is going to have a different image, okay? And I'll get to the rest of the strategy in just a minute, but let's create our 5 ads real quick with different images. So I'm just going to go through here really quickly, and I'm going to find a few more images with daughters in them. That one did not have a daughter. Okay, now I've got my 5 ad sets with my 5 different images. All the text on all the ad sets is the same. One thing I did try to do when I was picking out my images is I tried to find images that maybe had some bright colors in it or just some weird things in it that maybe get somebody to stop the scroll. It's very hard to see from the little thumbnails, but you can see like this one here is it's like an orange sunset in the background, so it's like a big block of orange. I figured that grabbed some people. This one here is another kind of sun, either on the horizon or setting, and like there's a reflection on the water, that kind of stuff. Just, guys, this isn't rocket science. Don't pull your hair out over this. But if you see some things like that when you're searching through all the images, definitely grab those. So now what you're going to do is you're going to publish your campaign, right? And it's set up currently to spend $5 per day, all right? What I want you to do is come in here each day, and I want you to just use Facebook's performance column options right here. This will resort all your columns for you. Just choose performance here. And I want you to see how much you're paying per like on each ad set. And then what I want you to do is turn off all but your cheapest one, and then increase the budget on your cheapest one by $4 or $5. With this particular method, you should be able to drive to 1,000 likes for about $10, maybe even a little less, depending on how much your likes are coming in at. And if you really want to take it even further, you can go ahead and take your page to 10,000 likes just by leaving it on for a while. I definitely recommend kind of always running your like campaign, even if you dial it back down to $1 after a while, and then even if you narrow the targeting to like the countries you're actually going to be selling in. Facebook likes to see an engaged page and things like that, so I highly recommend that a like campaign kind of always stays part of your repertoire. All right, so I think I covered all the bases here. I want you to do this. Get your niche Facebook page to 1,000 likes. All right, hope you found this video helpful. We'll see you in the next one.